what's up everybody, Belligerent here. We're taking a look at the new game Bloodline, the castle building game, and what we're going to get into today are the different clans. We're going to take a look at one clan at a time. We're going to go through their passive, active, and ultimate abilities, and we're going to try and make a determination. Which one should you use if you're choosing between the two? Because that's one of the most common questions I've seen coming up in this game. So I'm gonna give you my opinion and you can use this information to make yours. So on this video, we're talking about the Sallyhorn Clan, the dwarf tanks. Okay, so remember, these are tanks. Also remember a few things. The percentages might look different if you're looking at your champion, because this is showing you the maxed out percentages for these abilities. Okay, so let's jump into it. The male's passive ability, retaliation. Upon being hit by normal attacks, he has a 50% chance to reflect the damage back to the attacker, equal to 30% of the damage taken. Okay, a little bit to unpack here, so let's peel it back. So if he's getting attacked by normal attacks, this doesn't work for skills, okay? But if they're normal attacks, basic attacks, 50-50 chance, right? So you're going to flip a coin. If it comes up heads, he's reflecting the damage back. If it comes up tails, he's not. Okay? And when it reflects back, it's only 30% of whatever damage he took. So a little bit of you hurt me, I'm hurting you back type deal there. His active ability, Ram. Ram's enemies dealing damage equal to a percent of his strength and inflicting stun for 2 seconds. This skill is immediately cast when battle starts. Two big things there. A 2-second stun, and it's immediately cast when battle starts. So the very first thing he's going to do is he's going to ram the person that you put across from him, or that you put him across from, and stun them for 2 seconds. So for the first 2 seconds of the match, that your enemy team is basically playing 4-on-5. Okay. Now, I'm going to say that this ability is just, it's okay. It's kind of meh. This is an autopilot game. It's not a player-controlled game. In a regular game, this would be great peel for your teammates, right? But this is an autopilot game. You can't really get him to target the right person at the right time. So basically, he's just displacing members, which is mildly effective. I have seen situations in my gameplay where he does come and peel for one of my DPS and knock somebody off of them, but it's very situational and just happened to be the closest target. Okay? Now his ultimate, Solid Shield, creates a shield for himself that can absorb a percentage of his strength. Okay, so that's a self shield. That's some survivability. Survivability is a good thing for a tank. All right, so that's the male. Female, passive, desperate struggle. Upon being defeated, quickly recovers 35% of her health and has a cooldown of 30 seconds. So basically she has a built-in revive. So once she dies, or you'll see this happen, I've seen it, first time I saw it, I was like, what was that? When she dies, she instantly revives with a third of her health. Now it's on a 30-second cooldown, so she can only do that once every 30 seconds. So it's probably only going to happen once, unless a lot of the right things happen at the right time. Okay, so just if I would tell you to just think of it as a one-time revive in a match, because she's probably going to die immediately after she gets back up, because they're going to start attacking her again. And again, because it's an auto-piloted game, you can't have your healer sitting back there ready to target her, stuff like that. Now, if you're playing it manually, you could hold on to your healer's heal, and when you see her get back up, you could pop the heal if you're using a healer. But that's a whole, like, it's very situational. I would say in most cases, just assume that you're getting one revive. Okay, her active, shoulder throw, deals damage equal to a percent of her strength to the target, and then throws them behind her. So it's kind of like The ram ability on the male is just, she throws them the opposite. So she kind of throws them into your team so they can target that person, as where the male pushes that person away. Okay. And then the ultimate, Unstoppable, leaps into a dense area of enemies, dealing damage equal to 1% of her strength to all enemies in range. Also reduces her damage taken by 30% and removes negative effects. Okay, so if she has any debuffs on her, the debuffs are gone when she does this. Then she gets 30% damage reduction added on top of it. Now, what I will say, and if you've used her, you've watched this, she doesn't go running into the fray and then jump into all the enemies. Wherever she's at when the ability triggers, she jumps straight up and comes down. It does a little knockback. Usually it only hits one person. It's kind of really bad. Okay? So which one would I take? Which one should you take? I'm going to say, in general, the dwarves are pretty bad tanks. But if you are going to use one, I'm going to pick the male over the female. His shield gives him more sustainability. He feels a little more useful and a little more like the role that I'm putting him in when I have used him. So if I'm picking one or the other, I'm picking the male. And we'll get into some of this in another video. I'm not going to really pick either of these, but if one or the other, we're picking the male. We're going with the male. Like, comment, subscribe, and we're going to do some more clans and some other videos, so look for those. I'm Belligerent. Thanks.